Food for thought. What if? What if? I say it because it's a loaded question. What if you decided to take a left instead of a right? What if you decided to sleep in those extra 5 minutes? What if you decided to say hi to that person? What if you went to the store at 12 instead of at 6? What if you decided to make your bed in the morning? There are so many things that we can do differently to change our trajectory of the day. For example, you can wake up and you can snooze the alarm. And you can do 5, 10, 15, 20 more minutes. And then you're like, oh my gosh, it's 6:20 now. And I'm still in bed. Or you could wake up, roll out of bed, and then get your day going. Things like that are what ifs that are big, that can be life-changing. But the thing that is so, the bells, as always. Thank you. It's like 8:30. Yes. But what ifs are just like that. And from the perspective that I'm trying to gauge toward, aim for, lead into, is the perspective of what if you're in the right spot? What if you are meant to be here because you are? What if all this time that you've been questioning, what if you're not in the right spot? What if I'm in the wrong spot? What if I chose the wrong choice? That is the anxiety that we can hold on to. That is the fear that we let our minds run with. And it's natural and it's normal and it's human and it's rationalization. That's why we are humans, because we think critically and we can analyze our decisions. But the thing is, it's okay. It's okay. Because I don't know, something clicked today that it was like I was meant to be here. This entire summer I was meant to be here. I checked off all the boxes that I needed to for myself. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without coming here to this experience. That I learned how to talk to people. I really strengthened my skills of being able to be comfortable with talking with different people. And I really just found myself in a way, in a perspective that I wouldn't have been able to find if I would have stayed at home, stayed in a comfortable place that I knew, because there are so many opportunities to change, to learn, to grow. And I say this coming from the place of absolute fear, of absolute scarcity, mind scarcity. I had the scarcity mindset of, do I have enough? Am I enough? Like, do I have enough skills to get through this? And not only from like money, but to like internally, physically. And the answer was yes all along. I just needed to have my morals tested, have my values tested, to be a testament that I am enough, that what I did was the right thing. And even though your path might not be smooth sailing, no one's path is smooth sailing, I promise you. Because mine definitely isn't, and wasn't, and isn't going to be. But it's going back to the what if. I read this book. My mom got me this book when I was, I don't know, this was in high school. I thought it was really cheesy. I thought it was very like cliche. I was like, ugh, mom, why did you get me this? Because it was a child's book. It was a children's book. And when I was home during like early July, it was in my room. And I open it. I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna read it. Like, it's a cute book. What do I have to lose? And the title was, What If? And I bring this up because this was kind of the central focus of this. Because the book goes, I'm not gonna do it justice, but it was talking about what if the possibilities? What if you did achieve all your goals? What if you were ready? What if you had all the necessities in your life? What if you are just one step away from that leap, that break for you? What if you are enough? The whole entire the pictures were like, I think this little girl crafting wings for her pet pig. And it ended with, what if pigs could fly? I think, or I'm just imagining it. But you have to dream it. You have to think of it. You have to what if yourself to the best ideas that you possibly could. Because, okay, think about it, okay? What if the world explodes? What if the tornado hits me? What if I die? What if I literally get hit by a truck? Fear is instilled within you. But then, if you're like, what if I have a great day? What if someone opens the door for me? What if someone pays for my lunch, dinner, breakfast? What if I have the best day? What if I find a penny? What if I find a nickel? What if I find a dime, a quarter, a dollar, $100 bill? It's the what ifs. You have to shape them into the reality that you want. Because you can what if the worst possibility of your life. You could. What if so-and-so dies? What if I die? What if my house burns down? What if I get attacked? What if? The mental mind, that's redundant. The human mind will prepare for the worst outcome naturally because we are wired to be prepared for that bear. What if there's a bear right behind me? What if I'm gonna get attacked by a tiger? What if someone's gonna come chase after me? That is our natural human instinct that is driven into us. Worst possibility. But what if that thing right behind that bush is your best friend? Like a human, not an animal. What if you, I don't know. What if you do achieve your dream? What if you do that bucket list thing? Like, literally, this entire summer, okay, this is so small, but I bought this bread and I didn't like the crust. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take this crust, stuff it in a bag, freeze it over the summer, and I'm gonna go feed it to the geese because there's like geese like right over there, there's a pond. And this was the very first week. And I did it. I fed the geese and had a ball. I love feeding ducks. I love feeding geese because that's just like my childhood. What if I didn't tear off my crust off my sandwich because I didn't like the taste of it? Then I wouldn't have been able to feed the geese. What if I didn't apply for this internship? What would I be doing? I don't know. To be completely honest, I don't know. I'd probably be at home. I don't know doing what. Maybe like baking a lot, posting baking videos. But I believe that every experience that you're currently having is preparing you for your next class. It's crazy. It's wild to think about how small what ifs can turn into the biggest I did. And that's the beauty of life. And you have to take it day by day, because I'm coming up on my last week of this internship. Tomorrow is my presentation. Okay, well, the time that you're seeing this, today is my presentation. But tomorrow's my presentation. I have nothing to lose, and I'm not scared at all. Because I think I know my stuff. I know that I've done my hardest work. And I think it comes down to that, is that what drives me is that what if? What if I didn't work as hard? What if I would have done something else? And I live to the fullest so I don't have those what ifs. Yes, it bites me in the butt in the moment, but I can't and do not say that I regret it. Yes, I sometimes regret not working too hard, but I think I would personally rather say that than not working hard enough. Not trying to get every single ounce of experience out of that opportunity. And those what ifs aren't the things that keep me up. Sorry, motorcycle or car. But it's just the what if. And I'm gonna take the what if and take control of it. And I hope you do the same. And I want to leave you with this. Yes, I said it right. I want to leave this with you. What if you didn't even click on this video, if you made it this far? What if you decided not even to get up today? What if you decided to do something completely different? It's okay to think about that. It's okay to just try to imagine that. You know, that's totally normal. That's totally fine. It is. But at the same time, ask yourself, where am I? Where are you? Because that is one thing that snaps me out of my head spiraling of the what ifs. Because it just makes me realize and remind myself that I'm here and I'm present, and I'm trying to be present, and I'm trying to be here, because it's a certain and it's not an uncertainty. Food for thought.